What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk about the software sector, and I think I sound like a broken record because I've been making videos about software stocks over and over again, and I really feel like it's the most undervalued sector in the stock market. And it's quite funny because a lot of people are chasing semis, AMD, Micron, Qualcomm, you know it, right? And then starting to chase super micro as well. But I feel like the risk reward is very poor for semiconductors, and the market movement for these stocks have gone parabolic. It's absolutely crazy that nobody's recognizing this because every time they throw calls, it goes up, right? It seems like, they're making money on what they believe should go up, but, it's not the best risk reward stocks in the market right now. It just simply isn't. And software is really one of the most undervalued space in the market. And I want to talk about, this sector from a purely technical perspective because obviously with the fundamentals, there's a story of AI eating software. Software business are going out of style, and AI is going to take over the world, right? And with recent earnings from Workday and Zoom, you know, they actually had a pretty positive earnings reaction over the last couple of days, and and that myth is being dispelled as I speak. So, without further ado, let's just get right to the technicals. So first, I want to point out the IGV, which is the most watched software sector ETF, and you can see that it bounced perfectly on the weekly time frame. It helps to show things from the bigger time frame perspective and then narrowing down into the shorter time frames. And now on the weekly, it bounced perfectly off the 200, the 50, the 100, which is the blue and the white line, could act as resistance, but I don't think it's going to be the case this time because you can see that it topped around October, bottomed around April of this year, and it is trying to move higher. And I think it's going to make a new all-time high later in Q2 of this year. You can see that it's so oversold that the MACD has gone extremely overstretched to the downside. You can see that, and it's like a sling. It's like a it's like a ball that's held underwater for so long it's going to explode. And the leader is going to be like these big names like Microsoft, Salesforce, Oracle. These names are so undervalued because the money is rotating into semis. I believe that once money comes back into the software stocks, we're going to see a hell of a move, in all these software names. So Microsoft, kind of an interesting name because I see a lot of people getting frustrated with this stock. It popped, I think, about 6 weeks ago at this point. And ever since it's been trading sideways for one, two, three, four, five, all these doji candles. But interestingly enough, it's holding the 9 EMA on the weekly. It's forming an inverse head and shoulders. You can see that everyone's talking about this inverse head and shoulders that should play out. The initial overhead resistance is going to be 443, then 465. I think 443 is not going to be that big of a resistance if it does decide to break out. But it's been consolidating for way too long here. And it's just waiting to explode. That's simply that. That's it. Like inverse head and shoulders on the daily time frame, you can see that it's been knocking against this 100 daily moving average. One, two, three, four, trying to break out here. Attempted to break out on Monday, came down, and then it's holding above the 100 so far. And now the 9 is going to cross the 100, and you can see that clear inverse head and shoulders. The MACD wants to curl higher, so. It's just a waiting game at this point, but I think that it still wants to move higher. And yeah, it's just testing everyone's patience. CRM, this stock looks so coiled. Look at the MACD, look at the RSI, look at the price action. Uh, Zoom, Workday, Zoom getting a head start with the reaction off earnings. So yeah, I mean, It's just a matter of time, honestly. It's just a matter of time before these stocks explode. So hope this helps. If you guys enjoyed my content, please visit my Substack. I'm going to be creating one today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.